God damn it! Let me introduce myself. I'm a man.
Please.
My name is not important. What is important is what I'm going to do.
Hit a little boogie with it. Oh, what's that? The SpongeBob?
Hey, Tread. Hatred is a basic, simple, narrative-only, easy, isometric twin shooter game published by a handful of unemployed Polish dudes during the era of spinners being cool, where you play as
It's not important.
Jeffrey Color Trousers. You're fired.
Not important.
Is a psychopath with no path. Get it? Diagnosed with all illicit types of autism, and he still plays Genshin Impact. The objective is more than mundane. Don't listen to your therapist. The character goes an indiscriminate, uncanny, horrifying killing spree after he learned his rights as a Republican with 0 leg day skips. He makes his way through the beautiful state of New York City to defeat the final boss, committing every possible felony what could only interpreted as war crimes. All of that while performing and according to the perfectly objective Steam reviews, the game is good. But before we begin, excuse me to fulfill my legal duties.
Warning: this video contains graphic content, including depictions of violence and flashing images, which may be disturbing or triggering to some viewers.
Anyways, stick around. Despite the fact that this game is laughably not violent, I was able to pull some strings that are actually very unpleasant. The story begins with Jeffrey getting fired from his job, sitting at his dinner table having an existential crisis because his favorite big boobies political streamer wasn't reading his chat messages, and the bus stop in his front yard was only increasing the voices in his head that kept pushing him to his primal gamer instincts. He also decided to oil up. A good cutscene for memes sets the premise of the game. Not important. Thinks all humans have turned to worms, wants to save the planet and stop functioning biologically. Instead of doing what a normal person would do, he decides to go on a crusade to help out depressed people by sending them to meet God himself in very interesting ways that I can't even show here on YouTube. Not important. Gets invited to a party next door to show his moves and blows up the fun. Despite being as old as my abandoned child, this game has what every gamer caveman craves.
Explosions with destructive environments.
Sometimes I would totally forget about the goal of the game, i.e. murdering people, and just casually start running around, going through walls, kicking red canisters to get a dose of those so good explosions, leaving a few casualties. Just don't be an idiot like me and make sure this setting is set on high, and fucking enjoy. The destructible environments may make the physics of the game a bit unexpectable and a little unexplainable.
What the?
And that's good. No one cares how many curves a character have. Everyone, however, loves how many curves characters have, in addition to the most broken, goofy, and schizophrenic physics of all time. Which, as you can imagine, could only make driving in this game even better. Get a car, start driving at a speed as if you are in school zone, and the next thing you know, you're parked in someone's bathroom.
Hello. What do you mean? I am the cops.
Cars can be used as a very effective weapon. However, somehow that steel box has a smaller health pool than a guy running in trench coat with no hose. Moral of the story is, cars, bad. American peace treaties, good.
understands
Ooh,
me.
he said the thing! He said it! He fucking said it!
My weapon understands me.
After shopping for the weekly groceries and giving my condolences at a nearby funeral, the local police department mistakes me with a Minecraft YouTuber and asks me to surrender and go there to give out my statement.
Wait. Is that Schlatt? He looks like Schlatt. This guy looks like exactly like Schlatt.
This game may seem about killing innocent NPCs that do brain dead NPC stuff. What the fuck was that? Without any real objectives or rewards of any kind except the edgy Steam achievements, that many of which are weird to obtain and many others may define your political orientation. Which is kind of true, you know, the game is about killing people, which is cool, edgy, and all of that, but that wouldn't be lore accurate, as not important makes it clear the corporate world is run by lizards, and since the game takes place in the United States of America before ChatGPT was invented, you can trick the cops' AI to commit police violence and shoot civilians on your behalf to reduce their counter and help you advance the level without killing anyone yourself. Except the cops. Or use your god-given leg to send people 30 feet away with non-lethal injuries. Don't worry about that, Red, it's fake blood from Timu. You still can have the option to offer their souls for the gods, or a quick health regeneration, by making them lay down on the ground for the rest of their non-lives.
I never thought it would be so easy.
Turns out to be Don Knotts. I'm gonna kill everyone and then myself.
I can feel their pain, their suffering flowing through my veins.
I suppose it would have been more politically correct to kill the women and the minorities first.
It's like the most intense drug, and I need more. Much more.
Figures. They're gone when you finally need some.
I'll hide and prepare an ambush. It's time to shoot some canned meat.
Hello again, welcome to New York City. Right after the huge shields arrived, more important, moonwalks his way down the sewers. In this level, your eyeballs become a non-vital organ which you can now list on eBay to afford those modern GPUs that struggle to run modern video games. Because you can't see shit. The sewers are dark. Can't see a dang thing kind of dark. It doesn't have anything special to offer. You stab cops, you shoot cops, and get continuously shot by cops.
I don't know. Oh! I can't move. What? Wow! What the fuck?
Despite the fact that the level is fucking abysmal, I learned a few lessons there from Master Splinter. The game in total has 3 types of throwables: molotovs, flashbangs, and hand grenades, none of which are supposed to be thrown. What the darkness in there taught me to reflect on my inner self.
POV, me, physics, philosophy, and every possible useless major students be like.
Why am I hearing the...
The level, in my opinion, is so bad that you can just run and ignore everyone. If of course your sanity is a lost cause, until you make it to the static JPEG image under 2 minutes, or 1 minute if you are not gay. Not important. Crawls out of the sewers and arrives in Marina near the ocean. This level so far is my favorite, not because the continuous, unexplainable, glorified mayhem I get to commit. It's because now I can kick people into water, kick women into water, and kick women into water while being a woman, hunt down the hunters, and then, after making sure everyone is asleep, I get to watch some TV. The US government doesn't like not important protesting peacefully, so they try to combat their failures by deploying their absolute best lobotomized veterans, who haven't figured out what the Y-axis is. They arrive in armored vehicles, via telepathy, or parachuting, even more cops backed by even more SWAT, coming out as quickly and as professionally as possible to save the innocent lives, using every possible piece of tactical gear in an attempt to put you down, with what I can only describe as sexually seductive techniques.
Ah! Oh no! Oh well. Respond. Ah! What the f- What?
One more quick funny detail. There might be a great chance of them spoiling you and swearing at you with all kinds of boring slurs.
Oh man. Ah!
So, how do you face all of that? Well, the game offers a list of common firearms fitting all needs and personalities, in addition to the holy and divine mechanic of dodging.
Sir, I think you're floating.
More important, start running to match the speed of a moving locomotive train and successfully jump onto it to escape the scene. There, he starts by giving his usual goofy speech, and his neurons for once fired up a very clever idea for his apathetic worldview, and a very, very, very bad idea for everyone else within a 10-mile radius.
The next station is near a nuclear power plant. That gives me an idea.
Do you ever look at someone and wonder what is going on inside their head?
Hey, do your job! Woo!
Honestly, both of these levels feel totally unnecessary. Both of them are super short and not interesting at all. You check on people's tickets, jump off the train, blow up a gas station, which is kind of cool. The SWAT team arrives, you shoot the SWAT, and...
Somebody's telling me the next station is a nice bloodbath. I mean, there will be.
Despite all the endless critiques this half-baked project receives, I still appreciate how they nailed crafting its dark atmosphere via simple means, and how it captures the nihilistic worldview of not important. I mean, it's still better than whatever the fuck this is. They only use film grain, chromatic aberrations, black and white color palette with only red and a few other colors standing out, because, well, the game is about slaughtering civilians. Combine it with the endless screams of all those virtual victims, begging, sobbing, and crawling in pain attempting to escape the inevitable. You arrive at what appears to be a Trainyard where the game expects you to commit mass extermination with that iron blue the SWAT van has, or by using an M249 you find nearby, which reminds me of something. You get a quick dopamine hit by blowing up some local arms dealer's warehouse, loot his brand new gate of genocide, and face his quite the dangerous gangsters whom
Okay.
The best part is, you get to meet this guy. Watch out for the trains.
Wait, does that mean my car is gone? Oh man.
Watch out for the trains.
The fucking trains, man!
After unaliving as much humans as possible, you would be eventually left with one last task to do. Once the army shows up, the difficulty of the game spikes from you mindlessly shooting everyone to everyone mindlessly shooting you. That's the very moment when you realize that armored vehicle with an iron dome is... cars die faster, I guess. I thought of using it by bringing it inside the station, and well, I thought. What worked, however, is exploiting the game's artificial intelligence. Apparently, the soldiers were never trained nor learned why walking up straight to fire is a bad idea.
Like, are you stupid?
Huh, I wonder what caused all these burned corpses.
They're beginning to weaken. Sending an army to fight me. Good. More corpses. Time to head downtown. Soil is hungry. And soil is also great. An election rally today. I fucking hate politics. But more than that, I hate politicians. And all the scum so easily fed by their lies.
The level kicks in with a moment anyone can relate to, granting you a flamethrower and a crowd of some human worms that care about politics. Wink wink. Here in downtown is where the fun resides. It's an open level with a series of the only thing my ADHD brain is capable of. Get some coffee, get wasted in a party, burn the money of a local bank, and get revenge from my boss. Naturally, I of course would always ignore all of that and spend the next hour driving cars through buildings and stepping over people. Pros: the map is massive with a bunch of side quests and activities. Cons: the map is massive with a bunch of side quests and activities. Side quests give you an extra checkpoint, which help you avoid starting the level all over again. If you die and you don't have any, well, back to the beginning. The misery begins when the SWAT and the army start showing up in numbers. Taking one of them down feels like shooting a truck and waiting for it to scream. But the second you get your hands on that beautiful rocket launcher, my god. Their mission is to restore and maintain national security, pull up in Humvees with M250 caliber machine guns, M16s, and rocket launchers, continuously shooting at every living soul non-stop through cover, through walls, and through your last bit of hope, handing infinite backshots to their comrades, civilians, and your mom.
Not important.
Remembers he has a nuclear explosion to create. With the all explosives he's carrying from hand grenades and rocket launchers, he naturally decides to sneak into a nearby military base, just like a shadow. There, he assassinates a drill sergeant, lowers the flags of freedom, fights the whole army without even noticing, and acquires 2 C4 charges.
2 charges should be enough to blow.
Why? Just like this.
Not important.
Sneaks out the same way he snuck in without raising any suspicion.
I didn't mean to.
He gets his final stargaze, then heads to the facility where he receives a heartwarming welcoming. Down the elevator he goes to have a quick, nice and friendly chat with the interns. The fanboys were in there trying to stop him, with an emphasis on try. Once he made it to the reactor room, he planted the first, then the second C4 charge, and finally he decides to escape.
How do I overload the reactors?
What? No, never! It will cause a massive explosion! Are you insane?
That's what I want, and you will tell me, or I'll make you die very
Alright, please stop! I will do this! I will do this! No, I won't do that. I can't be responsible for this. Kill me if you...
useless piece of shit. What is this fucking code?
He's here!
So, the time has come. explosives will work.
Amid the ongoing extreme heatwave affecting the region, health officials are urging residents to remain indoors to avoid sunburns and sunstrokes. Earlier today, the body of a middle-aged white man identified as Jeffrey Cattle Trousers was discovered by the locals laying in the streets. Eyewitnesses believed he was under influence as he appeared to be hallucinating acts of violence. However, following medical examinations, authorities confirmed the cause was the prolonged exposure to sun and body dehydration. So, that was Hatred. It's a fucking scam. The game doesn't contain hate at all. The game is quite mid, fun to play, the outro is unique, the explosions are fucking awesome, the executions are, well, brutal and cool, but content. There is no content. The levels you go through are very repetitive, none of which has any unique value other than the senseless killing that is supposedly meant to shock the player, which wouldn't last even to the second level. Plus, most of gamers out there have seen wars. Moreover, they do feel rushed and stretched. You literally can beat the whole thing under 1 hour and ask for a refund. The Batman voice the main character has is spot on, except the "that's what I want." The major takeaway is the constant, endless, high school level of writing angry, goofy lines.
All the flock in the same barn. Birds of a feather die together.
Overall, me, and older me have concluded that the game is edgy lame. Think of it like Postal in Unreal Engine 4 without the lore. Hold on. Holy fucking shit. It's Workshop. Leo Casper, Dante, the evil guy, some random anime character, Tectone, women, the dude. My god, this game has mods. For this section, I decided to make a quick review for the most downloaded mod on the Games Workshop that was indirectly featured by the dev team themselves, in contrast to the mod in EULA they set up to keep everyone safe. The mod's description is really what caught my attention. It's long and detailed and has 2 words that kept repeating. That part. 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 What exactly is that part? This might be a controversial take, but I believe that's up.
They cannot contain materials that are scandalous, such as sexual images or references to sexual acts.
The mod starts with asking you to murder your naked sex slave by stabbing her in the vagina.
They cannot contain forbidden symbols such as the swastika and other symbols considered as generally forbidden. Cannot in any way depict and refer in any way to real events known widely from political events. They cannot incite racial or religious hatred and violence, or generally, they cannot spark a negative reaction in certain demographics.
Oh, look, I have a test telling me to kill these gay people and r/atheist users.
racial and religious hatred and violence.
The most boring level is where you go to murder prisoners in cold blood in their cells. Well, that's nothing new. So, where is the funny, you may ask? Every single one of them is black.
I am a shadow of my former self, who lost
everything. Ay, 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 ay.
You shall not do or attempt to do any of the following on Steam. Content that exploits children in any way. In any way. And no, a disclaimer won't help.
Disclaimer! This disclaimer is applicable blah blah blah. The must do not promote any political or non-political ideology or encourage violence acts or spread any sorts of prejudice against any race, ethnicity or belief system. It was made for entertainment purposes. Yes! And that's of course why they're trying to hide it, dude. Like, obviously. Duh. Oh my fucking god. Let's read some comments.
Mod was made clearly either by an edgy 12 years old or a federal agent. It's one or the other. I'm not even left-wing. Neither am I. But that's just the vibe I got, trying too hard.
I am a Mossad agent.
I love edgy humor. Making an edgy media is, well, really hard. But, kids...
I don't know.
That was hatred, the bad, the soon-to-be good, and the ugly. And I regret nothing.
We need 5 billion